Keep California cowgirls from vanishing.
Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. Training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning Rusty and Susie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse Semi. Training Eve to drive cart. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve to lay down. Training Eve to harness, pull a log. Training Semi to harness, pull a log on turf. Jumping at liberty to music, making our Morgan horses our partners. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Training on our driveway, which is covered by sand, so we have a straight track. Stepping over poles, jumping over crossbar jumps. Training in our trail obstacles area. Semi on the big steps. Morgan horse Sadie doing obstacles rainlessly.
Semi drives a cart. Sadie pulls a log. Sadie learns to pull a cart. Miniature zebu heifer Susie learns to drive a cart. Bull Rusty learns to pull a harrow. Eve follows Susie.
So today is the beginning of our show about live cow work. We've been working with our horses with all of our training tools here for over the haunches work. As a matter of fact, we've been doing it so much that Evie, who I'm riding right now, may have stepped on one of her back hind pasterns, and so we have on her today our bell boots, and we'll use them with her as long as we feel a little bump back there, which could have been there all along, but who knows. She seemed to be lifting her back leg more than on the left than she did on the right, so we're just being particularly cautious. Now we're all set up here with double reins for Eve so that we can get that vertical flexion in a moment, in a second. Also, I have an extra stirrup here that I use to get up in the saddle, and I designed it, I created it because I had trouble lifting my right leg over the cantle of any saddle that I had. So this extra stirrup, it stays on the saddle when I'm doing other things, but I can drop it down on the left side, have a stirrup that I can put my right foot in, and then pick up the regular stirrup with my left foot. And then by then I've got the leverage I need to get this leg over the cantle. And I've mentioned that I had a leg problem for months, and so this is how I've temporarily solved it until it goes away. Now here we have Sela on the east corner on the other side of our white fences, and she was real easy to halter up. We have Susie, her mom, right here with her cavesson on, but we're going to take the cavesson off in just a few seconds. Rusty is nearby. He can watch us, but he is kind of a small corral away at our white vinyl double gates. And he's just busy there grazing. He's okay on Susie and Sela being separated from him. Now Ryan, if you could just take the cavesson off, I am going to see if I can get Eve to follow a live cow without concern. We don't want to move real fast with Eve today on account of her little bump and possible discomfort in that left hind. Here we go. I did not let Eve do a U-turn to follow Susie, who suddenly became rambunctious because she was trying to get back to Selah, I believe. I stopped and worked on form over the haunches. So now we're going to get Susie back out at the other end and hope that this time we can move a little bit faster than slow motion. The setup seems to be working, although I don't have as much push button that I want on Eve for haunches work. This time she did go over her haunches. We're following Susie down the fence. Selah's a little bit upset here. We wanted to make sure she didn't get too upset, being separated from her mom. Yeah. See if Eve will walk up to Susie. You hear Rusty roaring in the back. That's okay. This is going to work. It's just going to take some more practice, some more repetition, and we'll be proud to show you our 3 Morgan horses working our mini zebu heifer Susie in this show. Here's a postscript. Brianna thought, why don't we bring Selah out over there in the obstacles area on her halter? She's been halter trained. She's been out here before. Susie immediately went over there. So we don't have Susie dammed up here in the corner. I'm going to walk up towards her. Let's see what she does. And it's just another moment of live cow work with Firecrest Easter Eve. Walking up to her head, figuring that that would make her turn, which it did. Now I'm going to follow her. Whoop. I'm making an open door here, an open gateway for Selah and Susie to get back together again. Eve was much softer after just a few minutes of live cow work, and I'm happy with her progress in this first introduction of Eve to live cow work with Susie. Another quick postscript. Here is my extra stirrup that helps me. I put my right foot into it, and then I put my left foot into the usual stirrup. And then by then, I've gotten high enough so that I can lift that right leg over that cantle. And I know a lot of older people in my age range say the same thing. They have trouble getting in the saddle, but once they're in, they can do everything they used to do.
Sadie follows Susie.
Sadie, my youngest Morgan mare, and Susie in my uncovered arena that's cut in half by my panels, which are connected to each other and put on wheels so we can easily cut the arena in half and then open the panels up and have them be out of our way when we're done with our session. Now Sadie is my youngest and my least experienced with working with live cows. As a matter of fact, the first day she ever worked with Susie, she got kind of excited and she kicked out with her back leg, and I have that documented on a show about 3 years ago, and she hit Susie's nose, and boy was that a wake-up call to me. Safety is number one. How do you prevent that kind of thing from happening? You got to be able to move the body parts of your horse. In other words, the hips, the shoulders, the ribs, forward, backward, and it's got to be at a second's notice. So Brianna is out there on the other half of the arena working with Sadie, trying to make sure that she's being light, trying to make sure that Brianna can get Sadie to especially disengage that hind end. Now, I've got my rope today. This is actually my longest, newest, stiffest rope of this sort. I'm not going to rope Susie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what Dennis Reese did with Dusty and one of his training horses. Dusty is Dennis Reese's donkey. And when he wants his horse to follow a live moving object, he brings Dusty in. And then he uses his rope from saddle or with a helper from the ground, and he gets the donkey to move. Now Dennis also is aware of safety zone, and he says, I have a bubble. I want to make sure that Dusty can't kick my horse, and my horse can't kick Dusty. So, we're going to do the same thing with Susie. As a matter of fact, Dennis Reese says there's no reason why you can't use an old dairy cow for this. Not fast, just follow and under control. That's our objective for a short session today with Sadie. Now, I'm going to ask Susie. Yeah. Make sure she's going to move out. You can use a bullwhip too, without whipping them, just make a noise, and I've shown you that in the past. Yeah. Susie's going in the direction I want her to go. So when she does, I just stop the pressure. Now she's going to want to come back here because look who's here. This is her baby heifer, Selah, on halter. And on the other side of the vinyl fence where I'm pointing, Rusty is. He's grazing right now. He's not upset, but we let him be nearby. Yeah. I'm going to push Susie toward the portable panels. And Brianna, at first I just want you to bring Sadie up. Yeah. And let her investigate. Okay, boy, that would have been fun to be on a horse just now that can work over his haunches and keep Susie from getting to her baby heifer, Selah. But okay, we're going to be doing this very soon with Semi, and probably use the whole arena. And she's my best cow horse, and we're going to be showing you some haunches work with Susie, my mini zebu heifer. All right, I felt that Sadie did not show any stress. You agree, Brianna? Mm-hmm. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now how we're going to let Sadie in here. Very easy because of the wheels. Okay, so just go to the middle there of the open space and wait. Kind of like when you're at the airport. Hurry up and then wait. Okay? Get yourself in position and wait. Waiting is sometimes really hard for a horse that sees a live cow or donkey or whatever in front of them. They usually lock on and then either scared and run away, or they lock on and follow them. My biggest concern right now is locking on and wanting to use their defense mechanism of strike. So we have to make sure we keep those back legs out of Susie's strike zone. And same thing with Susie. Although I've never seen her kick, I still worry about her getting stressed. She's a prey animal too, and trying to kick out to Sadie. So let's see how it goes today following a live cow. Yeah. I'm going to bring her around you, Brianna. Yeah. Trying to make that whooshing sound. You see, she's got scours because she's nervous. That's what happens. That's how I know that she's stressed. Yeah. Keeping in mind that she's going to want to get back to Selah, just kind of follow her. Let Sadie see where Susie is. Yeah. Now, if you stand there and I back off, Susie's kind of looking at Sadie. She's saying, "Oh, wait a minute, how do I get back there?" Watch that hip. Yeah. She's showing a little bit of stress. Why don't you stop for a minute? I'd feel better if you just have Sadie in the stop mode. Yeah. I want her to see this moving object, this live cow, move around her. And I want to see signs of relaxation. What are those signs? I want to see her eyes blinking. I want to see her licking her lips. I'd love to see a cocked back foot. I'm not seeing that. I want to see her head down. And I want to see her ears listening, but not with head up and showing real prey concern. Okay. Well, that was okay. Now, the next time I do this, Brianna, the only objective for today is to get Sadie. And let me show you where I want her. I want Sadie about right here. I'm going to keep trying to move Susie. I don't want Sadie any closer for Sadie's safety and for Susie's safety. And we just want to follow a slow, live, moving object. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Susie's understanding better now what her job is today. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, come on close. I'll try to stay here behind her. Yeah, yeah. You may end up doing some haunches work here if Susie does some swivels. Yeah, yeah. Okay, start following her. I'll watch Sadie to see if I'm getting concerned about her body language. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to take Susie to the corner here, and then I'm going to back off. Chances are she's going to come in front of you. Come on. Here she goes. Try to just follow her at a safe distance. Look at those ears. Look at Sadie's ears. Okay, stop around it. Take 2 steps back. Sadie was following Susie with her ears. I could see it from back here.
Back.
She was locking on.
Back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We continue to work on the prerequisite skills for this live cow work, but we wanted to show you, without any further ado, what the main objective is, and that's working a live cow. We wanted to show you where we're at. We showed it with Eve. We showed it with Sadie. And Semi, my best cow horse, I sure hope to show you some haunches work within parameters of safety for each prey animal.
Semi follows Susie with over the haunches work. Video to be added soon. Our cast of characters: Sadie and Eve, Semi, Rusty and Susie, heifer calf Sela. For more information, www.cowgirlchannel.com.